You know, it's funny. I just went on a live. I never go live, or I try not to. And actually, last weekend, I had a meltdown on a live. Not my finest moment. There was a lot going on. Do I wish I could take it back? Yeah. Anyway, that was the past. We don't talk about the past. Things I wish I had done differently on TikTok. Number one would have been to go live more often. I was so in my head about, oh my God, who's gonna watch this? Who's gonna see me? That I just did not want to do it. I've done it literally a handful of times. Second thing I wish I had done differently, and this one's probably the biggest one. I think it was in October, September, maybe earlier than that. Anyway, all of a sudden, I see TikTok shop on my profile. I didn't know what the hell it was, and I'm sure they sent me an email, but like, who reads emails? I am terrible at it. Anyway, I didn't read the email. I didn't know what it was, and I was like, oh, I don't know what this is. So I took it off. I got out of it. I was one of the first people that had TikTok shop, and I exited. And then it was all I could do to battle to get back on it. Did a business account for a while, couldn't use commercial sounds. That was awful. So then I said, okay, hit 5,000 followers, got TikTok shop. But by then, it wasn't so much that it was saturated. I know people say, oh, there's like billions of people on this app, it's not going to get saturated. Well, somehow, maybe it's because of my niche that everybody said I had to have, but I was so niched down that maybe, yes, it was a little saturated in this area. So the beauty and skincare area. And so that's something I wish I would have done differently, is, just maybe explore that a little more, Irene. So then I started doing the TikTok shops, and I think it's that whole Instagram, Facebook mentality where you've got friends and family and you're going, oh my God, I'm going to be one of those MLM people and they're going to laugh at me and da 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 da. So I think that's another thing that held me back. So what's the third? The third thing would have been to really, really focus on my GLP-1 journey, because it was a huge part of the change that happened in me. I went from only being behind the camera to being fully comfortable in front of the camera and loving it. But just also, I wish I would have shared more about the health benefits, things that I could have done to maybe remove the stigma so that people didn't feel the need to hide that they were on a GLP-1 medication. Because here we are all these years later, and I think I started mine in October of 2022. I've been on and off of it because of different reasons, insurance, costs, what have you. But October 19th, 2022 was the day I had my first shot of 2.5 milligram Manjaro. I wish I still had that pen, honestly. But anyway, I wish I just would have talked more about the health benefits, because people get so hung up on, oh, you're taking the easy way out. And it's like, how am I taking the easy way out? If you only knew some of the side effects and how uncomfortable they can be. I'm not going to overshare that much on here, even though it might go away completely. But anyway, so I wish I would have shared more about that. The fact that I have a family history of high cholesterol, and my numbers before I started GLP-1, my cholesterol, I don't know the whole all the different terms, but the big number, I was at 600. Okay. A year into being on a GLP-1, I was in the normal range, like literal normal. I haven't been in a normal cholesterol range, and I don't even know how long. Am I still taking medication for that? Yes, I will always take my cholesterol medication because, like I said, I have a huge family history of it. So for me, when people also say, are you going to be on a GLP-1 the rest of your life? Well, I'm going to be on my cholesterol medication my whole life. So, and I have type 2 diabetes, and I have to have something to help me manage that. So, and even if I didn't have type 2 diabetes and I, was one of the folks that had PCOS or had, Hashimoto's and all that stuff, all of the different reasons we all came to a GLP-1. So I wish I would have shared more about that. I wish I would have not been so afraid of being not so much controversial, but because of my people pleaser tendencies, and because I am a Libra, so I always try to be very neutral. And I get really irritated, like Dolores Catania on New Jersey, how she's just like down the middle and she's Switzerland. It annoys me to no end that she does that, especially because I know some of you guys just love Teresa Giudice and you think she can do no wrong, but no thank you. I'm not a Teresa Giudice fan. So because I dislike how much Dolores has that middle of the road mentality when it comes to Teresa, like I can't believe that I did the exact same thing. Instead of having, sharing my actual point of view, I was too scared to. How in turn am I supposed to teach my daughter to stand up for herself when she sees her own mother not doing so? My daughter is 22, about to be 23. She's the best fucking version of me that I could have ever wished for. And I don't mean like best version of me. She's the best thing I could have ever done in my life. She will be, at the end of my days, the best thing I ever created. And obviously my husband, it wasn't just a one-person job. My husband and I created a beautiful child, and I'm so proud of her. This June, she's going to graduate college with a degree. She will be the first person in my immediate family to have that degree, and I am so fucking proud of her. I'm so proud of her. She means the world to me. Okay, never mind. Okay, so all that to say, if you're still here, there are a handful of you that I've watched from the very beginning. You know who you are. I wish I could tag everybody, but I will inevitably forget somebody and then I will feel bad. But you know who you are. I've either followed you from the very beginning of my journey, maybe your journey. Maybe I came to know your account maybe a year ago, maybe last month, much more recent. But there are certain people on this app, and I am pretty confident they know who they are. You changed moments of time in my day, and I appreciate you so much for that. Whether it was through skincare or makeup recommendations, a story time, something that happened in your day, whatever it was, there were moments in time that I appreciated watching your content because it just made me feel less alone. And one soul-bearing fact about me that I've never really shared here, and just my immediate family really knows. So the friendships that I kind of come across here are very important to me, because in my real day-to-day life, I don't have a friend circle. I have my family. I have acquaintances. But I don't have a friend circle. I don't have a group of girlfriends that I can go hang out with. I can go on girls' trips with. I just don't. I don't know why. that it happened the way that it did. But in my real life, I do not have friendships. So there's a fun fact I didn't think I would be sharing on the internet. It's been great. See you around.